Good day, everybody. It is Thursday, April 10th. Going to get started with the before market close live stream and ticket requests. If anybody does have any requests, please let me know. Hopefully, I'm coming through okay. And over at my Airbnb, had some issues with the dishwasher today, so I think I got it resolved. But yeah, always something. But we get through it here. Where there's a will, there's a way. All right, if anybody does have any ticket requests, as always, please let me know inside of Slack. We've been getting a ton of users, new users, so new members. So shout out to Jatinder, and we also had DB join recently. Who else? We had Sid, and I think there was maybe one more. I think I'm forgetting somebody, but hopefully not. Always, I think I got everybody, but always regret going into names because I don't want to miss anyone. But yeah, if you're new, it takes a little bit of getting used to around here, but once you're used to everything, it starts to get pretty slick. So everything is sorted by market. So if there's anything that you're talking about with regards to, MJ, obviously it goes in the market MJ, AI, quantum in there, commodities, crypto, anything crypto related. And then we also have news channels for each topic as well. So if it's something news related, just put it in the news channel. And if you want to like start a discussion on it, I recommend putting it in the news channel. And then also, like, let's say it's a cannabis article, put it in the news section. And then also you can post it in the market cannabis and then start a thread and start a conversation on it. The news is more so just for blasting news out there, not so much conversations. And then these would be for conversations and specific topics, right? But yeah, we have uh, an example here as well. Whenever I go live, right now I'm going live Tuesday and Thursday, usually about 30 minutes before the stock market closes. A little bit earlier today as I had an appointment, but essentially I'll go on here. I'll post it on the market stocks, and just like we have Chris here putting the ticker in the exchange, really appreciate it. Same thing with Jam. Apple on the Nasdaq, they're getting lit up pretty bad. I actually put example Apple Nasdaq, so kind of funny that Jam wants to look into that one. So we'll take a look at that in just a moment. But yeah, exactly. If you have any ticker requests, just put them like that with the exchange. Sometimes there's multiple tickers with the same companies with the same ticker on different exchanges, or sometimes there's the same ticker on different exchanges in USD versus Canadian, etc. So yeah, just mention it in there, and then I always post the videos here on the Power Group videos section. And we also have community, anything non-related to stocks. If you don't see anything that's related to crypto or MJ and you're not sure where to put it, it's probably going to go in market stocks, right? Same thing, crypto goes in crypto. All right, we'll just take a look at some of the news. I haven't checked in on the market here for a little bit. Overall, oh, and I got some great news today. Just make sure I'm coming through okay. What's up, Ben? Looks like I am. Looks like my screen showing. Like I said, not in my regular setup, so just making sure everything's all good. But got some news today. Tilray spoke to Tilray. I mentioned this over in the Market Cannabis channel. So please keep it on the down low for now, but there's no need to keep it on the down low. I actually just got confirmation from Baron over at the communications department at Tilray. She said I can go ahead and post it. So I'll do a video a little bit later on today, letting everybody know that the Tilray video can be expected, and an interview can be expected in the next couple of weeks. And I'll start to compile any questions. So if anybody does have any questions, please let me know. I already got quite a bit. Obviously, I won't be able to ask every single one. But yeah, Jeremy said ask about reverse split. So I already put that in there actually. I'm just gonna move that into a thread. And I think I got the wrong Jeremy. Just do that real quick here. Yeah, I did. So I'm gonna put that there. There we go, Jeremy. I'm just gonna move that into the thread so it's easy to see. Ask if Tilray has, and same thing here, Andy. I'll move yours into the thread as well. Ask if they have any major distribution deals they can talk about. Saw the brand High Rise and Bars and Myrtle Beach hemp beverage deals in the United States. Yeah, that's definitely on my list. I think I already have something similar, and I'm going to ask if we can expect the hemp drinks like those formulations to come to Canada, and then vice versa. Are they going to, create are they going to bring their same formulations for the XMGs and whatnot, and infuse it with hemp, and bring it to the U.S. And have a few other questions as well. Like I said, the crypto one's going to be interesting. They said they're going to be accepting payments, so I'm going to be interested to see if they have any thoughts on what cryptos they might begin to accept as payment first. I can't see it in Bitcoin because it can take 10, 20 minutes on average, sometimes half an hour to an hour to send it. during peak congestion. And if you buy a couple of cans of THC drinks and hemp drinks, you might end up paying more in fees for Bitcoin transaction than you would the cost of the item. So I can't see them using that. XRP would be dope, but it might even be like some sort of PayPal integration or some sort of payment processor that accepts crypto, right? So it might be what they currently support. So we'll get some more insight into that. Hopefully, they might even say it's too early to tell. So it might be a pretty quick answer. But we'll take a look at the market update and then we'll jump into any ticker requests as Jam and Chris did. Just post the ticker request inside and the exchange. I will run through the market a little bit quicker today. We do have some bear flags shaping up here on the hourly time frame on Bitcoin and most names after hourly bull flags failed to confirm. And XXRP, the ETF spot, not the spot ETF, but futures based, down about 7% today. Basically double what XRP is down, right? From the high there, it's down, yeah, it's about 7% as well. So overall, not too bad. But if we zoom in here to the hourly time frame, you can see here we were looking at a potential hourly bull flag. It failed to confirm, and then we confirmed an hourly downtrend. So that was a major red flag. When you confirm an hourly downtrend while we're looking for an hourly bull flag, well, what's a bull flag? It's a bullish continuation pattern. If you confirm a downtrend, that's a bearish continuation pattern. And we actually had a minor bear flag here that confirmed on that downtrend. So we're no longer expecting the hourly bull flag continuation, and quite the contrary, it's actually shaping up to be an hourly bear flag. We're still unable to get above that 0.32 fib there, so anything under 79.9 is a potential hourly bear flag. And then in order to confirm it, we need to lose the low there at 78,400. And then if we do confirm it, we'd be looking at a move down to around 76,000. But bulls were negated. Let's see if we can negate the bears and continue this volatility and choppy action. All right. Yeah, I do have an appointment to run too, as I mentioned, so I'll try to run through the market update a little bit quicker today and spend a little bit more time on the ticker request. But yeah, we're at risk of an hourly downtrend here on SPY as well. So key support is going to be 509.32, the low of this pullback, because then we would have a lower high and a lower low. We don't want to see that. That would confirm an hourly downtrend, and then we'd be testing the lows there at 489, and then the low of the pullback at 481. So key support in the short term here, 509. Lose that, hourly downtrend confirmed, and we can expect to move back down to around sub 500 at 489. In terms of crypto on the day today, we've got EOS, ETH, and Solana leading the decline. And on the bull list, we have Storage, we've got Casper, and HBAR. HBAR just nominally green, but basically flat. All right, MJ, so back into the red again today. Oxley, though, up back to 7.5 cents from 7 cents. Verano, PLTH leading the bull list, followed by High Tide, honorable mention there. And IPR, ABCN, CGC, and Tilray leading the decline today. But Tilray hovering around 50 cents. Like I said, an exciting day yesterday and today. And I'll have a video out soon on Tilray announcing that I'll be doing an interview here in a couple of weeks. See MSOS today. Yeah. Did confirm an hourly downtrend with a lower high, lower low. We're forming another hourly lower high. So key resistance is going to be 225 here in the short term. All right, jumping into ticker requests. See if there's anything else. What is this? Beyond the trading room, psychedelics. Yeah. I try not to report too much on psychedelics. I know a lot of the MJ channels and news outlets like to kind of talk about that too, but I'm interested in psychedelics. I own some MindMed. I own some Cybin, but I'm certainly not going to focus on it. My focus is on cannabis, 80-90% of my time, and content, and then the rest is on crypto. I think psychedelics will be big in the future, but I just have a small position and not too concerned about it, to be honest. Somebody else, you want to start a psychedelics channel? Might be a good idea for you, but yeah, I just. When you're getting into like MDMA and LSD and all that stuff, like, yeah, I can understand. I think it's a very niche market, right? Yes, it helps a lot of people as well. But, at the end of the day, it's going to be strictly medical and, I don't know, it's kind of perceived as weird too by people. Some people even when I talk about cannabis, they get a little, it kind of turns people off sometimes. DEA says stalled MJ rescheduling process awaits action from agency head who called cannabis a gateway drug. Yeah, so that would be Terrence Cole. All right, so jumping into ticket requests. The first one on the list was TRX on the TSX for Chris. TRX on the TSX. So TRX Gold Corporation. So I assume it's a miner, and market cap is 108 million, so somewhat of a junior miner. And we're at the lows here, not looking too hot. We are forming a bit of a descending triangle here. So you would just go from there to there, and you would take the apex. I would go from there to there. And if we break out here, it says our measured move would be down around 17 cents. And the rest of the broader market's still pretty weak at the moment. Gold has been really has been very bullish. So we might see, gold continue to outperform, and then once we see market breadth start to open up and the market really start to gain some momentum again, I think we'll see one final push higher, especially during alt season and whatnot for crypto. That might be when major risk on appetite comes in and we start to see these gold corporations and miners start to reverse. But I'm pretty sure it must be a miner by the looks of it. Gauges in exploration, development, and production. Yeah. What else can we see here on the smaller level time frames? So not a whole lot of liquidity in this name. You can see pretty low volume. We've been seeing some decent sell volume though. It is a potential daily bear flag. See here, this has been a weak bounce and we're in a daily downtrend. Actually, we lost the daily uptrend, didn't confirm a downtrend yet. So key support here in the short term is going to be 37.5 cents. Leaves that, then it's a lower high. Anything under 42 cents is still a potential daily bear flag. And if we confirm it with a drop below that support, we'd be looking at around 31.5 cents. TRX.TO, I think it is. So yeah, just had a stochastic and a MACD bear cross and below the 10-week moving average, not looking good at all. Wouldn't be surprised to see us in the low 30s. Almost had a golden cross but failed. So yeah, maybe we come back down to around 30 cents, maybe into the 20s, and then a big bounce. But yeah, not looking too hot here at the moment. Or sorry, that was the weekly time frame. So the 50 and the 200, but it ended up failing, still acting as resistance. So it could be due for a pretty big relief rally here in the coming weeks, but pretty mixed bag right now. I wouldn't be surprised, like I said, to see it head down to around the 30 cent. And we had a death cross back here with the 50 and the 200. This was back in October. And yeah, here we are at new lower lows. So yeah, somewhere around that 30 cent to mid 20s might be a decent area to start. If you're looking for entries, might be a decent area to start looking for entries on. And again, if you don't, if you just give me the ticker in the exchange, I'll give you my honest opinion and my just unbiased analysis. But if you want to go a step further and say looking to add, looking to sell, looking to dollar cost average, don't own any, own a little bit, that kind of thing, I can tailor a little bit more to your situation. But quick overview of OGI as well, please. Thank you, Rod. Yeah, no problem at all. So we'll take a look at Apple and OGI real quick, and then looks like that's it for today. So AAPL, Apple on the NASDAQ. Big bounce over the last couple of days following the broader market. But yeah, not looking hot here. It was a weekly bear flag that confirmed. We did hit weekly oversold. So, even entering on daily and weekly oversold, that would have been a nice entry for a bounce. It bounced about 18%. Monthly time frame, we did lose the monthly uptrend as well with a loss of the higher low and higher high pattern. So on this move, we are more than likely expecting a monthly inside bar into, still have 20 days left, so anything's possible, but more than likely go sideways for the rest of the month. But I'm of the thinking that tech might be topping out here. Maybe we see a dead cat bounce and then another sell-off into a bear market, but I'd be very cautious here on Apple. Still well below the 10-week moving average. Stochastic set to cross bullish, so it's not looking too bad, but still a while before the MACD were to cross bullish. We did hold the 200-week moving average at 176.36, and we'll see if we can close. Looks like we will close the week above that. So that's a save at the moment and acting as support. And we just had a death cross with the 50-day and the 200-day moving average crossing. When the shorter term and the 50 is above the longer term and the 200, on the daily time frame, that's a death cross, right? We had a golden cross here, tons of upside, death cross, tons of downside. So not looking too hot. Hourly time frame. We are looking to confirm an hourly uptrend here. Lost it, and then we're just looking for a higher high. So key resistance here in the short term is going to be 260. Take a look at OGI here real quick as well. Same thing, trying to confirm an hourly uptrend. So key resistance is 96.7 cents. Break that. Hourly uptrend confirmed. But daily bounce has yet to be underway. This could be an inverse head and shoulders as well, forming here on the daily time frame. Would be a bullish reversal pattern. So we would need to come up still very early, right? We still need to form the head and come back to the neckline, then start daily consolidation, and then look for a right shoulder. And then we'd be looking up to around $1.57 if confirmed. But like I said, very, very early in that formation right now. We're just speculating, but could very well happen. But haven't started the daily bounce yet. So basically, yeah, 5 times at 97 cents. So key resistance to 97 cents to close a daily candle above that. And we're more than likely heading back up to around $1, but flirting with warning territory and reverse split territory. Weekly was a bear flag as well. Did I already draw that? I think it did. Yeah. So we did confirm the weekly bear flag. It was a weak bounce, and we're targeting about 69.6 cents. So we rounded up to 70 cents. So key support, 85 cents, lose that, looking at a move down to around 70. But if we can come up, get this reversal and inverse head and shoulders on the daily, that would be great to see. It's a weekly inverse head and shoulders as well. It's just we're dealing with a weekly bear flag. So 116 would be the neckline. All right. I think that's pretty much it. We'll take a look over here. We just had a stochastic bull cross, but MACD still below the 10-week moving average, so still a lot of work to do. MACD is probably set for a bull cross. It's going to be at least a couple of weeks before that were to cross bullish by the looks of it. Yeah, we just had a failed bull cross and back into bearish territory there on the weekly moving averages, daily time frame. We also had a death cross, failed golden cross, and it's going to be at least a few weeks by the looks of it before we ever see a golden cross there on the daily time frame as well. All right, going to end it there. Like I said, I do have oh, not sure what happened there. I think I muted myself by accident. Not sure when I muted myself there. That's weird. But yeah, I just said Jam got it. Everyone go scream pow interview Tilray, you bet. What's up, Ben, Jam, and Jatinder? Hello, Pow family. Yeah, newest addition to the Pow family, Jatinder. So thank you very much for all of the support over the years. Yeah, not like I said, not sure whenever I cut out there, but not sure what happened there. So hopefully I wasn't muted for too long. Might have clicked it by accident. All right, going in it there, like I said, running to an appointment. So we'll talk to everybody in the Pow Group private community in the chat room in a little bit. We got about 35 minutes left in the day today, so we'll see how we close, but been very volatile, and I don't expect the volatility to settle at least for a few more days. And then I think we'll see some calm, and then more than likely some bullish, more bullish momentum before the final blow off top. And you cut out on going in there. Okay, cool. So I think I realized that I cut out just shortly after that. So I think I repeated everything that I said. All right. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you all in the chat room here in a little bit.